Hi guys, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. I know this is a random video. I don't usually upload on Wednesdays, but I really needed to get this out because this just irked me. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video, ring the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I upload and all that good stuff. I just want to get into this video. So before we start, I just want to read a quick paragraph for you so we can get into the story, and here goes. As a follower of social media trends, here's my prediction. The anti-O crowd will implode in the same way, and for the same reasons the skeptic community faded into obscurity, egos, money, and infighting. Their unseemly squabbles created schisms that ultimately pushed some of them to abandon free thought and skepticism, resulting in the message getting lost. This was put on YouTube's community page by a YouTuber named DC Media. If you guys don't know what the O crowd is, they're talking about Onision. Onision is a YouTube streamer accused of seducing, grooming, and controlling many female victims. He is, in my opinion, he's sick, he's deranged, he's a narcissist, and that's just to name a few. He obsessively, from what the little bit that I know recently about him, he obsessively harassed and exploited Eugenia Cooney. If nobody knows who Eugenia Cooney is, she was a young lady, a young girl on YouTube that used to answer questions, change outfits, get dressed, show people what outfits look like. He made over 60 videos on her, videos mocking her, and he garnished hundreds of thousands of dollars from views on making and mocking this young lady, that he actually pushed her off YouTube, in my opinion. That's why I looked at it, because he really harassed her, which was absolutely disgusting. Now we get into, you guys, if I look down, I actually made some notes that I didn't want to leave things out, so just forgive me if you see me looking down. So let's get into her rant, and which she made a video of, called Chris Hansen Mega Rant. She clearly despises or dislikes Chris Hansen. If no one knows, Chris Hansen used to work at NBC, Dateline, and he used to host and produce To Catch a Predator. She talked about that he is trying to build his reputation back by coming onto YouTube, because if you guys didn't know, and you can do your own research about Chris Hansen, I'm not here to put all his fault out there or his business out there. I'm just going off of how disgusting this woman is. And I clearly feel that way, because we're talking about, and she said in her videos, she's a 51-year-old woman, and she claims to be a well sought out journalist, whatever it is. But her persona and the way she carries herself clearly says otherwise. Her issue is with Chris Hansen went to Onision's house, and he didn't realize that there's children there. Why did he go there? Because there's kids there and whatever. You know what? I can't even. Then she goes and she starts criticizing everything about him, his ethics, his journalistic malpractices, and she goes on. And is he coming on YouTube to redeem himself or to get his reputation back? Who cares? At the end of the day, that is what YouTube's about. If you want to get on and make yourself a channel and do what you want to do, anybody can do that. So what is wrong if Chris Hansen wants to do that? He's just going off of his, as everybody says, his niche. That's what he does. So be it. Not you personally, but she's on YouTube and she's doing what she wants to do. Nobody's coming after her for that. Look, at the end of the day, you guys, I'm not here to protect Chris Hansen, Mike Moores, Vincent Nakota, whoever they are. I'm not here for that. I'm here to talk about how unacceptable her name calling is, how she comes across and she talks about these people. It's unacceptable, especially for a woman her age. If she claims to be a Gen Xer, then fine, know better, do better. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's maybe she should have, let's look at it at a positive point. Maybe she wants to work with Chris Hansen. Maybe she does have something, you know, that she can give him that can be beneficial to this. I'm just being sarcastic, and you never know. But anyway, then she goes on and she talks about Mike Morse. Mike Morse is the guy that comes on Chris Hansen's Have a Seat with Chris Hansen on his YouTube channel, and he gives legal advice and he talks about the legal aspect of it. And then she digs up his dirt. And it's like, don't do that. If you don't like the people, don't watch. That's all I'm saying, is don't watch. Then she goes on about Vincent Nakota. I'm not even getting into him, because at the end of the day, he is scum. He's a scumbag, whichever which way you want to look at it. He's not even worth my time. Then she goes on to question, why was Jacqueline Glenn and Blair White on his channel? What do they have to give? Okay, this is, in my opinion, what they have to give. Jacqueline Glenn actually had an encounter. She went to his home. She made videos with him. She was explaining to Chris Hansen what the environment was, how Onision was. So does she feel that that does not add to what she's trying to accomplish? I'm saying this in a way as she contributed somewhere, you know. She came and she gave her experience. Then we come to Blair White. Blair White actually had a conversation with Onision, and they had, I think it was on Skype or on FaceTime, but they were having a back and forth and a conversation which led into I don't know what. Then she claims all Chris is doing is bringing on all big YouTubers. Yes, he's bringing on all those big YouTubers because all those big YouTubers have had interaction with Onision. All he's trying to get is to the bottom of what Onision was like or is like. Can't you get that, lady? Isn't that common sense? All these people that he's had on his channel have had interaction with Onision. That's it. End of story. Point blank, period. She claims to be a lifelong feminist and who takes charges of sexual assault extremely serious. Doesn't seem as though you took, when you were coming after Diety. Forgive me, I don't mean to put your name. I'm so sorry. When you came after him, you didn't seem like a lifelong feminist, or is it just that you'll take a woman that has been sexually assaulted serious, but a man that has been sexually assaulted, you won't take serious? I'm just confused about that. All I'm saying is that if you don't approve of what somebody's doing, unfollow them, go to another channel. Don't go out in your driving or wherever you're going and call these people all the names under the sun. Tell them straight to go F themselves and they can F off. That is absolutely disgusting. And for an older woman like you, I don't think that's appropriate. Not at all. She, at the end of the day, I feel, is doing the same thing that she's accusing these people of doing. Then she goes on and makes a big hoopla about, oh, I'm going to talk about this YouTuber, but I'm not going to name him. I don't want him to be associated with my channel, and going on and on and on. But then at the end of the day, everybody knew who she was talking about. Then she goes on and she claims that, and in her mind, that all these YouTubers that are reporting on or telling the story or giving updates about the Onision story, they are in her mind are posers, white saints, saviors, and activists. And all they're doing is making money, boosting their views and boosting their ratings. So what? So what? Aren't you doing the same thing with Amberlyn Reed and what's the other lady's name? Food Beauty? Or don't you go after all these people and degrade them? And where's the difference? Or is it just me? Or am I just being ignorant to the fact? But anyway, let's talk about, in my opinion, I'm going to talk about one of the YouTubers that I get my information or updates from, Repsion. Repsion recently has been sued by Onision, and it was a whole shit show. It was just a waste of everybody's time. Repsion is a person that does YouTube, and this is his side hustle. And in one of his videos, he did explain that this is his side hustle because all he's trying to do is make money to go and get his CWI, which, if anybody knows, it's your Certified Welding Inspection. And he would like to go out there and do bigger things and better things, but this is just like a part-time so we can save money to go do this course, which costs $5,000, which I can commend him for that. But this woman wants to come shit all over him and accuse him of being a white knight or a savior or an activist or whatever. You know what? In my mind, I appreciate people like that, that puts or invests time to find out what's going on and to make people, me as a mother, aware of the evil that's out there on the internet, what I should be aware of when my kids, my girls that are 14 and 18 are on the website, not to go to be aware of what is out there. I can appreciate them for that. I don't think they just doing it for the money. And if they are, that's on them. Good for them. You know, at least they're trying to do something and they're not living off the government. Just saying. Then we go on to Stevie Wolf. You guys, I'm going to link Stevie Wolf, or you go and you look him up. He gave a reaction video on her video. And I tell you something, this guy went in hard. I don't condone the language he used or all the things that he said, but I can understand where he's coming from because he's invested 10 years, if I remember correctly from his interview with Chris Hansen. He's invested 10 years into following this whole Onision and trying to get something done about Onision. Not to say, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about, he just jumped on the bandwagon. No. He knows everything that's going on with Onision. He's really passionate about getting this guy off of YouTube. Or all of them are. Then we have the right opinion. He gives you an in-depth look of everything. He also talks about the same thing she has issues with about Onision going to the house, about Chris Hansen going to the house and stuff. I get where they're coming from in regard to that. But at least something is actually getting done now. You know, nobody's coming after, nobody's victimizing the victims. Our hearts go out to them. I actually set aside time every Wednesday to actually listen to all these victims. It's actually heartbreaking. It is truly heartbreaking. Then this is the part that really made me so mad. She goes on to this YouTuber called, and please forgive me if I'm saying her name wrong, Diety. It's Diety. She goes in so hard on this guy. And the thing that made me so mad, apparently he was sexually assaulted. And this woman undermines his trauma and then says, oh, sorry, but in such an ingenuous way. It made me really want to just go through that screen. It really did. She claims and says that he is growing his YouTube channel off the backs, and I quote, off the backs of teenage female victims, which is so not true. This guy does all his YouTube, and I think the thing that's getting under her skin is that this guy has grown so much in a short space of time. He really has. And when I watched his video reacting to this, it really broke my heart because she doesn't know what this guy has been through. It's quite, from watching his video, it's traumatic. If he is lying, shame on him. But I'm not going to sit back and judge and say like, oh, if you have been through this trauma. No, if you said it, I'm going to take you at your word. It's absolutely disgusting. Then she goes ahead, he doesn't bring anything to the table. Well, if he doesn't bring anything to the table, he sure as hell bringing a lot of subscribers to his channel. And if all those subscribers are coming to his channel, he's doing something right. And as far as I'm concerned, it seems to be she's a bit salty because this guy has grown so much and she's still dwindling down there after being on YouTube for so long. And I mean, no shade for by saying that, but that's the way it's coming across to me. With that, he came in and he apologized on his channel because apparently the one night he did have Vincent Nakota on his channel, and Vincent Nakota had said the word retard, which affected him, and he knew it would affect his audience. So what he did is he came on and he apologized to his audience. This woman just was not having that. She was not having that. She called him all the names under the sun, and I quote, stupid, he's a moron, he's an idiot, and he's dumb. Who does that? Who in this world, a 51-year-old woman coming for a youngster like this? I don't think you could be older than 26, half her age, and she's coming and calling him all that. And a whole lot of stupid, no, this is my thing, is that there must be a whole lot of stupid people walking this earth, because who can ever say that they have not been in that situation where they've befriended somebody? I know me personally, I've been there, where I have come across people which I thought was my friend. You know, I thought, oh no, you're my friend. But then on the other hand, maybe sometime later, you find out what an arsehole they really are. All they wanted to do was just use you, which I feel Vincent was using this kid, you know, to get the views and to get whatever he needed. But who the hell is she to come and call him for coming on his own YouTube channel, on his own platform, for calling him dumb, a moron, stupid, and an idiot? That's not acceptable. Absolutely not acceptable at all. And then she's so all about Chris Hansen going to Onision's house. For the last year alone, if I remember correctly, there had been 19 incidents reported on Onision. 19. Then in 2019, in September, his 2-year-old fell out the window. This is a baby that's 2 years old. I would like for you guys to actually look up Stevie Wolf. Go ahead and look at Stevie Wolf. He gives a in-depth talk about the report, the police report that he got. My thing is that if you're so worried about the kids, why does this not make you worried? This 2-year-old was taken up to a room, left in the room by herself. She fell out of a window. She fell to the ground, on the driveway, on the cement driveway. Nobody knew. Onision heard taps on the garage door, and this was that 2-year-old little baby tapping on the garage door after falling from a 2nd-story window, tapping on the garage door for help. That child was unaccompanied. She was just put in the room, left to her own devices, while the mother went somewhere else, the father was somewhere else. Isn't that child neglect? You worried about a grown-ass man going to knock on another man's door that's accused of so much. You're not worried about this poor 2-year-old, and there is another child in this house. Are you not worried about their safety? Don't you think something really needs to be done? Maybe these girls did go to authorities, but the authorities couldn't do anything for them. So maybe they thought Chris Hansen was their last hope. Did you ever think about that? For you to sit in your car on your high horse, Miss Know-It-All, to sit there and judge people on work ethics or journalistic ethics and all that shit, when people are being hurt by this person. This person, and I hope you, Miss DC Media Girl, watches this video. I wish somebody would share it with her. I want you to go on STFP News and you watch that video of when he was outside talking to Billy the Fridge, whatever it is. That guy, he couldn't open his door for Chris Hansen. But when neighbors went and told him that there's people outside wanting to talk to him, he came outside and he spoke to these people for at least a few hours. And he was making a mockery of the whole situation. And you sit back and you rethink about everything you said about all these people, which has nothing to do about this investigation. In my opinion, this is just me, Mike Morse can be giving Chris Hansen legal advice. That's it. Just giving him legal advice. Chris Hansen is taking his expertise and doing what he feels he does best. And let's not forget, he was successful on that show. That show ran for years. We're not even going into Vincent Nakota. He's just a plain old scumbag. We're not going there. But it's unfortunate that there has been such loopholes, and we're not going to get answers when we want the answers. Things take time. And I'm sorry, guys. It's just so frustrating. It's so damn frustrating to have seen this woman go after all these people. So what? And again, I'm saying it again. Miss DC Media Girl, aren't you making money off of, what is her name? Amberlynn Reid. You go and you trash that girl each moment you get. The other day, I watched you or give a reaction video. Foodie Beauty, I'm not sure. You were so pissed that she got a sponsorship from FabFitFun, where you've had this subscription for years. Maybe they should give it to you. Think about why they haven't given it to you. For number one, you don't have a large following. I think she has nearly 65,000 followers. So why is it that she can't have it? Because she, in your mind, is just, and I don't want to say this because you don't think highly of these people at all. It's in your voice, it's in your face. Let me end this with saying is that I can appreciate all those YouTubers that come and report on this, because it makes me as a mother, again, I'm going to say this, aware of all this that's going on online, to keep them away from Onision. I don't want my kids or my girls to be susceptible to that. I want to safeguard them from that. I have learned so much in these past few months. I've gotten so much information from these YouTubers that have talked about Onision, for all the filth that he's done, for all the wrongdoings he has done. I'm not saying he's guilty of anything, because we all know guilty in a court of law. That's it, not by public opinion. But I want to keep my girls away from all that, because at the end of the day, I can appreciate all these YouTubers. If you do get those YouTubers that want to come and start making videos on Onision just for the monetary side of it, shame on you. Shame on you. But all these YouTubers that I have mentioned are invested in this. And you have no right as a grown woman and a woman with life experience to come and talk down on these kids, to come and talk down on a man that's trying to make a living for his family, or these men that are trying to make livings for their families. If I were you, find it elsewhere. It's just not right. Absolutely not right. And then I think she's coming with a lot of backlash. And I say that because she posted a video of asking people or practically begging people to please watch this video and have an open mind watching it. After hearing from you and what you said about these people, I will not be watching you again. And the next time you pick up your camera and you speak bad about Amberlyn Reed or Foodie Beauty or anybody else, ask yourself, what do you have to offer? What do you have to contribute to that? Take your own words, take your own advice, and then we'll see where we're at. But you guys, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you guys for taking the time for watching this. I'm so sorry if I was like, she just worked me up, because I don't feel it's right to go out and be calling people names and to be so nasty to people. And I always say this in every single video of mine. Just be kind to one another. If you don't like the people, don't watch them. If you're such a sought after journalist, go watch mainstream media or go back to your job or find a part-time job or do something. But don't come on and undermine other people that are trying to do good. That's all, you guys, I have to say. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I truly appreciate you guys. And once again, please be kind to one another. And don't forget, please like this video, subscribe, hit the notification button so you'll be notified each time I upload. Feel free to share this video. And thank you so much, guys. I love you. Have a good rest of your week. Bye now.